Continuing in Rapture, place which, well, started as dumb idea and then it was made into executed with even more dumb idea way. And result of course is a dumb idea being kept dumb by somebody who most likely thinks being smarter than they actually are.
Progressing brilliantly. My physical participation in her birth was minimized, of course. It is vital that I am unhindered by nature's crude bias. I will be, above all, her intellectual progenitor, loyal not to her, but to the people she will ultimately save. But I admit, it is with some measure of pride that I review her marks in standard intelligence tests. As an agent of our beliefs, she may surpass even me.
That's actually in a sense quite bleak, that as she is a mother, she feels very cold and detached about her child. Which is... Well, the rivet gun actually puts out quite big amount of pain, but it's time to see what the kind of place this is, the right amusement park. I'm certain it was meant to build some sort of crazy propaganda about surface people being monsters which eat babies.
Insert your ticket now. Half price for children under 3.
Half price for children under 3. I don't think children under 3 can even actually understand anything.
You're a rare old model, son. Alpha series, I believe. Now, Rapture's full of scientific wonderments just like you. And if we can sell them to the world at my price, well, curing your condition ought to be a cakewalk. Once we find Eleanor, the sky's the limit.
Alright. Can the mental and physical state of being a big daddy even theoretically be healed? Like something like, can a quadrupedal paralysis be actually healed? They are working really hard to make it possible with all the stem cell research and all that, but generally I'd say that it might be... Can it actually be done? Well, operate the weapon. Well, close combat is always handy. Mostly because there doesn't appear to be much of anything else but that. Better say the long range sharpshooting and all that is quite pointless in this game, so it's better to be equipped to close combat.
To engineer a park the likes of which no man has seen. Now all I do is watch over it like a grizzled sheepdog. My first line of mechanical puppets made the children here coo with wonder. But Ryan thought my vision was immature. Antiquated, he said. This place could have been something magical. But instead, he turned it into a school. No, a cathedral. Dedicated to himself.
It's somehow it's never... You could say it's never unusual for somebody be claim to, or better say, follow some sort of ideology or idea, it doesn't matter what it is, and then still be very bad at executing it. But there's one of little sisters.
Jam dandy. That'll get you in the park. But buying Incinerate's gonna cost Adam. It's a sort of genetic goo that lets you rewrite whatever God gave you. The little sisters carry the stuff, as you may recall, so you'll need to locate one. I heard whispering near the El Dorado Lounge. Have a look.
Well, I already saw one. And it's something like a really horrifying. But then again, when you look at it, Alpha Delta has been implanted to just one little sister, which is Eleanor, which means he practically might, like in somebody who is very worried about his own children, but is completely willing to kill other people's children, which is in a sense the you wanna fight? Well, luckily there's a quick melee. Alright, where are you? Why I can't just dash at you? It could be really good that I think, but there might be a way for the Delta to learn that Big Daddy's signature bloody fast dash towards enemies and cause them a horrifying amount of that pain. Heavy tackle, or however you would want to call it. It's that move which, well, Big Daddies are known from being quite slow and extremely gentle when they lumber about, but suddenly just exploding to horrifying amount of rage when they get agitated, which is in a sense quite easy. Just
I am Andrew Ryan. Welcome to Ryan Amusements. Please enjoy the park.
oh, great! I was hoping for something to make lumbering Big Daddy faster, and here it is. And this must be some sort of crazy shrine Andrew Ryan has made to himself, and that's something where you don't want to go. And there's most likely more weapons for the Big Daddy to get, or to say for Delta to get. Yeah, he wanted to. It's really interesting. That statue form over there. There's in the image. It's something like in the horrifying doorstopper of Ayn Rand, which I haven't read. Mostly not because of its reputation of being incomprehensible philosophy. I have read that, but because of it being bad, incomprehensible nonsense. Is that, well, when the basic ideology is that selfishness is good, that's already goes more or less against every. Shit, woman, you look horrifying. Oh, god damn it. It's something like a... They're about as mangled as something can be. Horrifyingly deformed. Probably something that they have difficulty to breathe or walk or move. Splicer's life is not good. They are not enjoying it. They are incapable of, most likely completely incapable of enjoying whatever they are. And I'm quite certain that the Big Daddy
Until you arrive, Father, I'm trapped here. Smuggling these gifts out is the most I can do to help.
And to who is that message delivered? I don't know.
In ethical psychiatry, we must account for...
Eleanor Lamb speaking. Mum says I'm not to play with the other children because they're being raised on a diet of dog eat dog. I wanted to see these dog eaters, so I waited until Mum was gone and went out to find one. And guess what? The dog eaters wear human skins. It makes them look just like us.
I don't know, is that in a sense adorable or horrifying? Because Eleanor is the one, subject Delta is searching for Eleanor. But then again, it might be that Sophia Lamb is projecting some weirdnesses of her own mind to her daughter. Well, let's get the security bot ready to give me some support.
Now that Big Daddy won't bite until you do. But to get to Lil Sis, you gotta put the old boy down for good.
Oh, you know, isn't that just in a sense adorable how that it's interesting that the designers of this game deliberately went to make the little sisters much more cute, to make them much more approachable, which of course, knowing that the being that the protagonist is a Big Daddy himself, it would be that he would be well, luckily I managed to dodge that swipe. Oh shit, that fucker. Oh. Oh, damn it. Well, gotta come back to that thing.
Take a breath, son. You did it. Now, just let her ride on your shoulders and she'll trust you like her own daddy.
Now that was quite an impressive fight, and Big Daddy fought like a big, you would assume a father defending his child fight with absolute ferocity. Well, gotta save my progress because, well, certainly he deserved to be saving.
Again, Daddy?
That's actually spooky. She now sees me as her dad. Adopt her. Aww.
We're in business. Now, there are corpses all over Rapture, and little Dimples there can sniff out the atom on them. Find one.
That's actually it's actually in a sense creepy. About how quickly she adopted me.
I found one of those children at last. Filthy dress, all alone. I approached her, praying that it was my little girl. But she was gorging herself on blood from a corpse. It wasn't her. I stared, just reeling. And then that skinny, armored freak that took Cindy jumped me, shrieking like an animal. I escaped, but could Cindy have become one of those things? I've got to find her, now more than ever.
Alright. Well, but I still have to do and save my progress, because that's quite a handy thing to do. Now, let's go, and...
It's this way!
I've walked in the valley of the shadow of death, oh Lord, so long.
Smell the atom, Daddy? Over there!
Oh, it doesn't gather it from everybody. Oh, something like that.
She's got a juicy one, but when she starts draining out the atom, the splicers will come running. Be ready before you set her down on that body.
Oh, well, I'm about as ready as I can be. Come on, little girl.
That is a child of the family, not a toy for you to exploit and discard. It is fitting that you expire here. One more forgotten curio in Ryan's shrine to the self.
Here they come. Keep the splicers off her now till she's finished, or they'll never give up the hunt.
Yep. Maybe the splicers can smell her over the atom being loose. Nope, don't even think about it, you idiot. I'd say the general level of difficulty is harder than in the original one. And
now you know the stakes, son. But a plasmid costs a bit more atom yet. Keep it up.
oh, damn it. Fuck. Alright, time to grab her.
You always save me from the monsters.
Now you know the stakes, son. But a plasmid costs a bit more atom yet. Keep it up.
Well, where is more?
Adam, Daddy, over there.
Oh, it's over there. Oh, and a bigger gun.
Told you about this one. Make him listen.
And the splicers are being sent after me constantly. Not most Yep. Even the basic quick melee does quite chunk of damage, but nothing. Oh, but it doesn't overcome the big amount of damage you get with that rail, which is actually something which would be completely right to believe that the Big Daddy's huge drill would cause a shitload of damage. But how in hell don't those splicers have anything to gather? I find it quite strange.
Must be something.
I think all of the children have finally fallen asleep. And now that the park is all quiet, I can't sleep myself. I guess it's just you and me, Mr. Voice Recorder. You, me, in 1959. I wonder what the new year will... What was that? Something's happened. The lights are going out. Kids, stay in your sleeping bags. It's gonna be fine.
Yep. The Rapture went completely to hell at New Year's Eve 1950 and between 1959 and 1960. That's when... Ouch. Don't even think about it, you deformed lady.
Come on, Daddy. It's close.
It's over there, but let's check this place first. Well, there's a healing station. And the personal rounds, oh, I think they are for the minigun. Or would they say for the machine gun. And why in hell would they be all kinds of underwater, all kinds of firearms and firepower in the
surface, the farmer tills the soil, trading the strength of his arm for a home, lands of his own. But the parasites say, what was yours is ours. We are the state. We are gone. We do not share.
Yeah, you wear nicer clothes, but regular. Yeah. Andrew Ryan's ego was nothing short of huge, and I'd say almost pointlessly pointless. Nothing short of almost, you could say, almost practically insanity. Hello. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hacked turret. And of course the basic, well, it's in a sense good thing that the basic mechanic of how the
I've been rationing my supplies ever since the park got cut off from the rest of Rapture. Gotta stay strong. I'm holed up in this workshop, surrounded by those wailing brats, trying to beat their way in. They want my food, my guns. They want it all. But I got a plan. Gotta fix up the transport sub that's been rusted in the maintenance bay. Then I'm gonna get the hell out of this hole. These animals want Rapture? They can have it.
Well, it's time to save and then check how, then put down the little sister and see how things fare up there that way. Now,
We found it.
do your work, sister.
I do not hate you, Delta. Indeed, I care for you in equal measure to any other sentient creature. But I cannot sacrifice 1,000 of my children for one rebellious son.
Well, judging by that kind of rambling, Sophia Lamb has taken completely different form of craziness. It seems like to be some sort of collectivist and form of craziness. As in, well, Andrew Ryan went for the selfish direction of crazy. Sophia Lamb is going towards altruistic form of crazy, and which in practical sense are completely one and the same.
Ridiculous!
There's practically no difference what brand of crazy you are when you are of brand of crazy. There's one more of you! I'll rip you apart. That's what the big daddies are meant to do. That's what they are good at doing.
I'm always safe with Daddy.
Let's go, girl.
All right, Chief, we've almost got enough Adam now. To get the rest, you'll have to take care of that little sister. There should be one of the air vents they favor in the workshop. Bring her down there.
Yep, that's the basic thing. The little sisters crawl around vents, which in essence they are... even when they appeared first time at the first BioShock game, they are horrifying. Yet there's certain amount of, well, you could say, what would be the word? Ambiguous, well, innocence in them, as in they are simply not evil.
Coming. Woman's a damned collectivist. Here in Rapture, how could the council fail to see it? Worse, to hide her intent, she gulls these patients of hers into a religious frenzy. A new Kremlin will rise and swallow the council house before they realize they've been had. By the parasite. Never its guise. It is time, I think, to call Sinclair.
You know, so the Andrew Ryan himself hired Sophia Lamb to Rapture. For what purpose and why? I don't think if Sophia Lamb is some sort of psychologist. I don't think.
Rapture is a paradise of the ego, Eleanor. Under Ryan, the voices of an entire city sing the virtues of greed and pride. But truth, rather, is in the body. Already they grow weary of struggling against one another in fruitless competition. Observe the bent backs, the drawn faces. Ryan promised us more, they seem to say. In what shall we now believe? And Eleanor, it is our task to answer.
Yep. Craziness of one form switched to another form. Some sort of backlash, and as in, well, it's not a myth that there has been Jewish neo-Nazis of really fanatical sort.
The scientist invests the power of his mind in a single miraculous idea and naturally begins to rise above his fellows. But the parasites say no. Discovery must be regulated, it must be controlled, and finally, surrender.
Well, if nuclear energy would not be any kind of regulation, we might be most likely living in some sort of radiated post-nuclear waste, nuke-apocalyptic wasteland. So, strange enough, the only artist Ryan managed to get was considered was crazy hack, and he himself was most likely quite eager about censoring opinions, which might say that he is insane. And Andrew Ryan was very thoroughly insane in form of batshit craziness. And where might be a healing spot? I need to find a healing spot. Mostly because I am... just because of certain kind of being a trophy whore, I went it so that the...
Now Tannenbaum would have you turn that sister human again. You'll get just enough Adam for our purposes, and the girls will likely try to repay you somehow. But Rapture's a high-stakes town, son, and she is a jackpot. You just have to be willing to take it all. You'll harvest more Adam than the price of one plasmid, so the rest is gravy. Think about it. Down here, it's your survival or hers.
Well, when you ask that question from Big Daddy, especially when it has gotten sentient ability to think, meaning about it is able to feel empathy towards others, not just towards protective need towards little sister, but towards as the Big Daddy is able to Big Daddy is able to think also about how others might think about it, being able to have empathy. So there is no reason even for the Big Daddy to start killing little sisters. Yeah, it might be that Mr. Sinclair had a point in that rambling of his, but it was not completely, you could say, well, his ramblings isn't completely, you could say, good. And I'm quite certain that there's a long-term benefits from rescuing sisters, so try to rescue her. Go there, sister.
Well, our Tin Man had a heart all along. Personally, I call that a liability, but you have enough Adam now. Barely. Head to the Hall of the Future and splice up with Incinerate.
Good. Yep. So it's time to actually end this episode right here. Did some progress, got killed quite a lot, mostly because the difficulty is higher than in the original BioShock, which already isn't particularly, like say, easy, but this one is much more tougher, at least at this phase of the game. So, and I do say that the splicers look even more horrifying than bring out the machine gun. Alright, these are 50 caliber bullets. Assuming if they are 50 BMGs, which were at use during 1960s, they should be ripping those splicers apart with bare hands. Even if their flesh would be extra tough because of all the splicing, that gun should be much more efficient. Or then they should say that it's not, or it might be some sort of weird weird proprietary caliber of strange make. Hard to say, but somebody had a little bit of a camp in here. And time to end this episode right here and save. See you next time. See ya.